When you consider how to ask, seek, and knock in prayer, you should think about the Psalms. It says, "One thing I ask from the Lord, this is the only thing I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord, and to seek Him in His temple." This is the solemn desire as expressed in Psalm chapter 27 verse 4 by King David. To dwell in the house of the Lord was to long for God and holiness. In Matthew chapter 7 verse 7, Jesus tells us this, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." Yet we need guidance on how to ask, seek, and knock in a way that is compatible with the good things God desires to give us. Things beyond those that might quickly satisfy a passing whim, but then leave us feeling empty. Genuinely good things will lead us further along our journey to holiness. Before we go through these things, take a second to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so that you don't miss our next video. When we consider Jesus' invitation to ask, seek, and knock, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Is it holiness? Remember Tevye singing "If I Were a Rich Man" in Fiddler on the Roof? He mentions that if he were rich, he wouldn't have to work hard, build a tall house, and fill his yard with geese. Of course, all these things are what might immediately come to mind for anyone dreaming about riches. Yet, at the heart of the song arises the beauty of Tevye's most ardent desire. "If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall, and I'd discuss the holy books with the learned men several hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all." That humble Jewish father understood that all blessings should enable a person to better fulfill his most essential duty, to know, love, and serve the Lord in this life, so that he may be joined with Him forever in heaven. Many modern people crave wealth, fame, knowledge, or admiration. While none of these things in themselves is wrong, we must ask ourselves, do we seek holiness? If we work towards holiness, those other aspects might be added to us, and they won't harm our souls. Yet we have only to look upon the Hollywood elites to see that fame and fortune, intelligence and admiration, can lead to our moral demise if we are not first rooted in God's ways. King Solomon was the one biblical figure who received an offer to have any wish fulfilled, as told in 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verses 7 through 12. Solomon considered the many possibilities and eventually requested a portion of God's great wisdom to rule his people well and fulfill his kingly responsibility. It seems that in making this humble choice, he already displayed astounding wisdom. Solomon replied, "You have made me king over a people as numerous as the dust of the earth. Now grant me wisdom and knowledge so that I may lead these people, for who can judge this great people of yours?" As any parent can imagine, God was very pleased with Solomon's humble request. He happily granted Solomon's request, responding, "Since this was in your heart, and you have not requested riches, wealth, or glory, or even long life, but you have requested for yourself wisdom and knowledge that you may judge my people, over whom I have made you king, wisdom and knowledge are given to you. I will also give you riches, wealth, and glory, unlike what was given to the kings who were before you, or will be given to those after you." Thus King Solomon was known throughout the ages as the wisest king whose kingdom was filled with the greatest splendor. We can learn from this holy king to submit a humble request to do our duties well, no matter our given state in life. When we ask, seek, and knock after virtues that will allow us to be more Christ-like, God will answer our request until we are truly fulfilled. How do you ask, seek, and knock in your day-to-day life? Share it with us by leaving a comment below. And if not already, like the video and hit that subscribe button. If you click the notification bell, you will get notified immediately when we publish a new video.